Western Coast people, because it is quite early over there. So wanted to share a little bit more about Facebook ads, but I thought, well, there are so many different changes that have happened with Facebook ads altogether that I thought, no, let's go from the very beginning and take it to the very end. So you have a complete overview of Facebook ads. So if you've never run any Facebook ads in the past, or you have a thorough understanding of running ads, it doesn't matter. This is going to be the video for you. We're going to go from the very first step necessary, and I'm going to give you some foundational items that you may have missed whenever you first started that are really impacting our ad accounts today. So there's as I was going through my comment section, as I go through every single morning, see a lot of questions about ad accounts being disabled. So we're going to address that here today and going to give you some pointers on how to avoid that. But so that's, the prevention is very important, but at the end of the day, we just need to make sure that our ad accounts are set up in such a way to, one, avoid actually effective. So you're running ads not for the sake of running ads. You're running ads to either get leads, to sell product, to sell services, what have you. So this is something that we really need to get right. All right, Byron, what part of the country are you in? I think you told me last time. So I appreciate you. I know it's early on a Saturday, but we're gonna go from beginning to end. We want to make sure that that we honor your time. So I'm gonna get right into it. But again, this is the Facebook ads tutorial for this year. So you see the exact steps, the personal page, the business page, the ad accounts. So I'm gonna share it with you right now. And it's a monumental moment because I typically don't do these types of live streams or do these types of videos in a live stream session because I have to delete so many. Katie, that's right. You're in Katie. Thanks, my friend. So you're right down the road from me. This is a monumental moment because I typically don't do live streams because I have to blur out a lot of sensitive information. So if you see me click from a button to another place, it's because I forgot to censor something that is that should not be shown. So anyway, with that being said, the very first step whenever you're launching Facebook ads or have the desire to run Facebook ads is, number one, you need a personal page. This is my personal page, so it's nothing special here. It's just my page, just scrolling down some of the posts that I made and all that fun stuff. So that's everybody has this. I've had one since 2007. We've had a lot of people, even surpass that. It doesn't matter. It's your personal page. You need one. This is a precursor to what's going to happen next. The second step that you need to have in order to launch Facebook ads is create a business page. So this is a business page. So don't be confused. You have your personal page, which you need that in order to create a business page. So that's step one, create your personal page. The second step is create a business page. And you have to have a business page in order to launch ads. So that is the fundamental item that you need in order to launch ads. So whenever you create your personal page, then you create a business page. It doesn't matter if you do whatever type of service you do, whatever type of product you sell, you need a business page in order to launch ads. Now you can do an organization page, you can do a nonprofit page, you can do a local business page. There's different types of pages to choose from. Either one is going to work. Either one's going to work, but as long as you identify correctly what you are. So if you're a nonprofit, say that you're a nonprofit. If you're a local business, say that you're a local business. If you want to be categorized as a general business, then be that. So again, your personal page and then your business page, and you are here. So just a few elements here. This is my training. This is my training page. We just are doing some tests with some of our software that, as you know, I'm part of. So this is a very standard. This is the back end of a business page. So when you go here, it's not going to look the same way. But just one thing to note here before we get going, when you click on publishing tools, that is a way for you to go and find the lead forms. Now I'm going to tie this in towards the end of the video. Lead forms are where you're collecting information from people whenever you're launching ads. So whenever you launch an ad in the lead generation category, I know I'm a little bit getting ahead of myself, but I just want to revert back to this in the near future before we wrap up. When you click publishing tools, you're going to be able to access your leads. So you're going to be able to access your leads from here, publishing tools, by going to the lead forms. and then from the leads center. So there's multiple ways for you to look and find your leads. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. But again, I'm going to tie this in towards the end, so don't be too confused. As far as the business page, I have a very thorough breakdown on how to actually create a business page. That's not our best use of our time today, so we're gonna leave this alone. But if there's any questions about the business page, then just feel free to reach out. I'll make sure that I address that. All right, so now that we have our personal page, now that we have our business page, what is next? The next step is to go to business.facebook.com/overview, business.facebook.com/overview, and you're at the business managers page. So here you have manage ad accounts pages and the people who work on them all in one place. It's free. I really need to drive a point here. If you are hiring somebody to run your Facebook ads and they're asking you for your login credentials, run away. That is an inexperienced ad buyer or media buyer or marketer or what have you. You should not be giving your login credentials to somebody else for the purpose of launching ads. Now, if you have somebody managing your personal page, then that's a little bit different. But when you're talking about launching ads, you don't need to give your credentials to anybody. You can invite them onto your business. So that's the big purpose of creating a business manager. Creating a business page, and then also the business manager account. This business manager account is like your hub. This is, as it says, you can manage ad accounts, so you can have multiple. You can manage pages. So I'll let you read through that at your leisure, but the business manager account is going to be the umbrella of your business. So you can connect it to multiple pages. You can connect it to multiple ad accounts. You can connect it to multiple people. So you invite people to collaborate with you. So this gives you a great collaboration tool. This also gives you some additional options whenever you're launching ads. So as an example, if you want to upload your if you want to create a custom audience by uploading your database and create that custom audience of people that are in your database and only speak to those when you're launching ads, then you have to create a business manager account. You're not able to create, you don't have that feature if you don't have one. So this is a business manager account. Again, we'll tie this in here in a little bit, but that's the additional features that you get. And then third and most important, when it comes to your business manager account, it's a way to isolate yourself from liability. So what does that mean? That means that if we step back for a second and we create this business page and we say promote or run an ad, what it's going to do is it's going to create an ad account. You already have that ad account, but it is a personal ad account. It's attached to you as a person. It's an individual personal ad account. In the event that you run an ad and Facebook doesn't like it, whether it's right or wrong, it really doesn't matter with Facebook. In the event that you launch an ad and you get flagged and your ad account gets restricted, you as a person are restricted as well. You cannot create another ad account. You cannot create a business manager account. You can't do anything until you appeal. If you appeal and you lose, meaning, hey, Facebook, I think that you mistakenly thought I was doing something that I wasn't, or hey, I ran this ad and it's within your rules and regulations. If that happens and you appeal and you lose, then you're done. That personal ad account, that personal page that you have, that personal business page that you have, is no longer able to launch any Facebook ads. I just went through this with one of the real estate brokers that joined me and partnered up with me at EXP, where she had her entire personal page, her business page, her ad accounts, her business manager, everything was shut down. So we had to start completely from scratch. So the business manager account, what that does is it creates a level of separation. Now, I'm not saying that you're never gonna be able to, you're completely safe from Facebook's policies. That's never gonna happen. But when you create a business manager account, you're operating different. So remember, that personal account that's attached to you, that's you forever, right? But we're actually not gonna run ads through that personal account that personal ad account that's generated. We're creating this business manager account, and then you're going to see the next steps. But once you create your business manager account, you create a different entity, this different umbrella, if you will, and then you're going to create another ad account within this business manager. Hopefully you're understanding what I'm saying. So we're going to create an individual ad account that if that ad account gets restricted, gets suspended, gets whatever, and you appeal and you lose, that's okay. You can still create another ad account. So you're not dead in the water. And the same thing with the business manager. So you have that ad account down here, and you have that business manager account. If this gets restricted, then you have the ability of creating another business manager account. You're still not dead in the water. Now, things change all the time, but as of right now, that's still possible. So whenever you create a business manager account, you're not going to be able to create another business manager account right off the bat. It has to season. So what I encourage everybody that's watching right now, and anybody that's running ads at scale, create another business manager account as soon as you're able to. Now, don't ask me, hey, how long do I have to wait to create another business manager account? I don't know. I don't know. Facebook changes all the time. Sometimes it's sooner, sometimes it's later, but make sure that you have redundancies. Now, I know I did a good enough job confusing the topic right now, but I just want to make sure that everybody's aware that the business manager is something that needs to be created. If you do not know what a business manager account is, or if you type in business.facebook.com right now and it doesn't, and it goes to this screen right here, this means that you don't have a business manager account. So I invite you to create an account immediately, because that's going to be the difference between you getting shut down completely or you having some options along the way. So again, there's many benefits of the business manager account. You allow people to collaborate. You have the additional tools and features to run ads on, and then you have that separation of liability. So you're not dead in the water in the event that something happens. So the business manager is your next step. So as a quick recap, your personal page, you create that. Your business page, you create that. Your business manager account, you're going to create this. So to create it, it's very simple. It's free. You're just going to name the business manager account, and you can name it whatever you want. It's just internal facing. It's going to ask you for a business email. If you don't have a business email, then just put your personal email. That is fine. And then it's going to launch what's called the business suite. So this is actually not the business suite. I don't like the interface with the business suite, but you're going to start off in the business suite. And to get to this stage, what you do is you go to, you're going to go to the bottom left. There's going to be a little gear icon right here. I'm having to explain it because I'm not in the business suite and I can't go back. So this little icon here, this business settings, sorry, let's go back. It's going to say suite at the top on Facebook if you're brand new to it. And then at the bottom, there's going to be that gear icon. So it's going to be settings. Above that, there's going to be 3 horizontal lines. So it's 1, 2, 3. And it's going to say, I think more. And then there you can go to the business settings and you arrive here. Now I know it can get confusing. Byron, let's see what we're saying over here. Byron, I have a business manager account. Fantastic. You're ahead of the game, Byron. Ahead of the game. It's super important. So you're here at the business settings standpoint. Now, why are we here? There's, well, two things, maybe 3 things that you need to address immediately. If you're inviting somebody else to collaborate with your pages or your ad accounts or running ads for you, then you can give them access through here. That's the one thing that you can do. You can give them access to by going to add and then sending them an email or sending them an invite through here, and it's done by email. So you will need to have their email that they use to sign up to Facebook. So make sure that you get that from your advertiser if you are inviting people to collaborate. So this is from the entire ecosystem. Remember, the business manager account is that umbrella. So that is something if you're inviting somebody else, but most of you are not inviting somebody else, which is completely okay. What you're going to do then is go to the pages. I'm not going to go there now, but you're going to click on pages and you're going to connect that business page that you created. Remember a Facebook business page a couple of minutes ago. And now you're going to do what you need to do is connect that business page into the ad account. So you're going to go to, there's 3 things. You can create the business page. You can request business page access, or you can connect the business page. I believe those are the three things that you can do. So since you already created the business page, then you just claim it. And you do have to be the owner or the admin of the business page in order to bring it in. That's the big part of confusion. So whenever you, if you are trying to bring in somebody else's business page and you have no authority on that business page, well, you're not going to be able to do it. It has to be your page, or you have to be the admin of that business page. So make sure that you understand that distinction. But you do need to bring it into this world, because you're going to be long. And then you have the ad accounts. So the ad accounts, again, you get three options, but you can create an ad account from scratch, which is what I encourage you to do. You can request access to the ad account. So if somebody else has an ad account, you can request access to that, or you can import another ad account that you've been using. I highly encourage you to start off with a brand new ad account. Now, sometimes again, this goes back to Facebook being Facebook. Sometimes you're not able to create an ad account right off the bat. You have to wait a little bit. Now, don't ask me what a little bit means, because again, I don't know. And I wish I was, even though I do this every single day, even though I touch, I would say hundreds of accounts every single month, this is the face of a dejected, beaten down man that every single time I have to troubleshoot something with one of our accounts. My team's pretty darn good at this point because they manage so many, but sometimes it does require me going in there and trying to figure things out, because there's a complete overhaul of the interface. Facebook is piloting something with one of the accounts for one of our clients, so I have to go in there and figure that out, because Facebook does tiered tiered, I guess. What's the best way of saying that? They send out pilot programs or beta programs, and they send it to certain accounts, but not to everybody. So there's times where I have not seen a single issue on my end, or a different interface on my end, but one of the accounts has. So I have to go figure that out. But when it comes to the ad accounts, you're going to want to create your own ad account, and then that way it is something that you can launch directly. Again, goes back to, you have your own ad account, you have your business manager account, and then you have your personal account. So this is going to be another way for you to insulate yourself from liability. When I say liability, I mean just getting shut down. So once you've created your business, once you've connected your pages, and once you connect your ad accounts, if you have somebody else running your ads, or if you are inviting somebody else to collaborate, then you have to give them access to these assets, to this ad account, or to this page. So that's why you're going to see it on the right hand side. And I'm not clicking on those, because then it gives a bunch of personal information. It goes back to this, why I don't typically do these types of tutorials live, because I don't know how to blur things out real time. So that's what's up. And then one last thing I want to share here is in the integrations. This is relatively a new tool. This is probably 6 months old, maybe. So integrations, lead access. When you click here, you're going to see customized access. Sometimes you're going to integrate with Zapier, which is a connector of many different platforms. Sometimes you're going to connect with directly with the CRM. Sometimes you're going to connect with X, Y, and Z. So here you're going to sometimes see, let's say Zapier, if you're connecting through Zapier, which means that you've customized the access. And once this is here, Zapier is here, you have to add yourself to that Zapier connection. I know it's a little bit weird, but let me just give you a scenario. There are several times when our clients that we bring on, either it's through the agency or the agents that partner with me at EXP, when they join, they many of them do have a business manager account, but then also many of them have a customized access for whatever reason. They just do. So whenever we set up everything, we connect to their business page, we connect to their ad accounts, we launch the ads, and we do the integration like we typically do, either through Zapier or API Nation or other integrating tools. we're physically not able to access the lead in order from our accounts in order to push them through to their CRM. So we connect Zapier, we connect Facebook to KV Core. That's one of our most common connections, and we'll either use API Nation or we'll use Zapier depending on each agent. Well, there are times where our Zapier shows that it's working, but it's actually not able to pull that lead because of this customized access. We have not added ourselves to get that permission to access that lead and push it through. I know it's way more than what you thought. I know that's way more than you that you were thinking that you were going to get in this, but there you go. Can you connect to KV Core? You absolutely can connect to KV Core, Byron. You can do that through API Nation, which I have a video on this channel on how to do that, so you're going to want to check that out. Or you can connect through Zapier. So Zapier is, if you have an account, just giving you a heads up, if you have a Zapier account, I encourage you to use Zapier because it's a little bit more reliable, but at the same time understanding that if you don't have Zapier, it's going to cost you money to get it, to specifically do the lead access. So to connect Facebook over to KV Core. Blackpink Gamer, hey, how's it going? So that's a little bit more about the lead access, and I share this. I take a moment here and pause because the reason I wanted to make a video is because I wanted to address as much as I could that are the nuances that just make no sense for me to make a video about, because it would be a little bit, it required me to go from the very beginning like I have now. So I just thought, let's just do a complete video because this is going to help address the nuances. So the lead access, that's why if you're adamant that, hey, I can't see my leads, well, it's not because you did anything wrong. Most likely it's because you don't have that custom access. So if you've never experienced this issue, it's not going to make much sense to you. But if you have experienced this issue in the past and this ended up being the solution, you're going to be super thankful for this for these 3 minutes, 4 minutes, however long it took me to explain this particular point to you. So what have we done? We've created our personal page, we've created our business page, we've created our business manager account, and now we have gone to the business settings and we've connected our ad accounts. We've connected our business page. We created an ad account. We went on a little detour on the leads access. You won't need to do this if you just created your business manager account, and we are good to go. Now, whenever it says payment methods, you can do a payment method, but just with the understanding that whenever you're trying to launch ads, it's going to ask you for that payment method anyway. So you're not going to get away from paying Facebook what is due to Facebook. All right. Watching from India. Hey, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Let me know where you're listening from. Have a few more people checking in, so I appreciate you being here. All right, so have a few comments that I missed. What is best objective to get sales? Hey, that's a great question. We are just there now, so thanks. Santosh, hi. And then we have here, watching from India. Appreciate you. And then the Blackpink Panther, we're watching from Morocco. Welcome, folks. Appreciate you. All right, so what have we done? We have created our business page. We already went through that summary, so I'm not going to do that again. We are at the point where we launch ads. Now, it took us a while to get here, but I think most of you are going to appreciate the completeness to get to this point. This is where I start most of my videos. So many videos where I talk about the brand awareness, the traffic campaign, lead generation campaign, messages campaign, conversions campaign. This is where I start. It's very rare that I go back all the way from the beginning, because it just doesn't make sense for every single video, or else every video is going to be 50 minutes in length, and that's just not going to work. So now that we're here, I just want to give you an overview of these campaign objectives. So you have the awareness campaign. This is reaching out to the masses. So brand awareness means people that are most likely to engage with your page. So it has an element of algorithmic manipulation to put your face, to put your brand, to put your service, to put your whatever in front of people that are more likely to remember your brand and engage with your brand. So that's a little bit of steering. Reach, it doesn't discriminate. It just goes completely off the wall. It goes to anybody and everybody that has a Facebook ad account within your budget, within your radius, within your criteria. So that's the awareness campaign. So this is used to blanket a group of folks. This works great if you have a video as an example. So running a video ad and then retargeting people that watch that video, it works fantastic. So first you're going to do a reach campaign and reach as many people as possible. And then by simply staying on your page or on your ad and watching the video, they're identifying themselves as a little bit of interest, have a little bit of interest in whatever it is that you're doing. So you're gonna hear different tips here. Diana Realtor, hey, hello. Appreciate you being on. Really appreciate you being on. A small favor, folks, as you're coming in, a like is going to go a long way. It's going to help send out the notifications so people that are already subscribed get the notice that, hey, we're on live. And then also, if you're actually no, we'll get, yeah, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, which would be highly appreciated. All right, so consideration, this little bit of a deeper relationship. So the awareness campaign is more of the top of funnel. So nobody, there's really no expectation. It's me going out into the world. The consideration is, all right, you've seen some of my ads, you've seen my face around, you've seen what I'm about. I'm expecting some form of consideration. I'm expecting some form of action from you at this point in time. So that's what these campaigns are geared to do, where each one of them has some different settings on the back end that allow you to collect somebody's information. So this is where I tie in that lead generation campaign. So lead generation campaign, you create a form within this lead generation campaign with, think of it like a landing page. So when people click on your ad and they go to this form, they stay on Facebook. They never go over to your business. They never go over to your external website. That's what the lead generation is designed to do. So if we go back here and we go back to the lead center, those are the leads that appear there. This is on your business page, remember. And then over here on the publishing tools, when you click publishing tools, towards the middle left, you're going to see the forms library. That's where you get the leads from. That's where you can go and pull all of your leads from. So you're able to run your ads directly from Facebook and keep people on Facebook. So they don't, so you don't have to worry about any split tests with your landing pages or anything like that. Now, we're not going to go through every single one of these, but just giving you an overview of what's happening. Video views, people that are most likely to watch videos, that's what this campaign is geared to do. So if you have a video, you can also run a video views campaign, which is designed to get you views, because again, it's serving it to people that are more likely to watch a video. So this is kind of intended with reach. You can do reach or you can do video views if you're running a video views campaign, and it gives you some different options as call to actions from your video. Traffic is the most adopted, the most universal, the most flexible type of campaign that you can run. You can run ads, a traffic ad campaign. You can run your traffic, you can run the traffic or direct traffic to wherever you want. Any website, as long as it's legal and it's compliant, you're able to direct people wherever it is that you want them to go. And the messages campaign, that's where you start talking about a messenger bot. That's where you start talking about, if you had one. You don't need one, but if you had one, that's the campaign that you would launch. If you want to run just a messenger campaign, that's the messages campaign, which means that whenever somebody clicks learn more, they go directly into a DM, and either you can respond manually or you can have a follow-up sequence through a messenger bot that starts filtering out your leads. Engagement campaign takes the post that you have on your business page and then amplifies them. So this is the grown-up version of the boost button. This is the best way that I can explain it. One last item here with the lead generation campaign. With your lead generation campaign, you're going to be asked for one critical item, and that is your privacy policy or the link to your privacy policy. So you don't need a website, you don't need whatever, But what you do need is a privacy policy, and you need to be able to direct people to that. So this is one of the big reasons that a lot of accounts get shut down, because you don't have a privacy policy. So whenever you go and create a lead form, it's going to ask you for that privacy policy link. Don't leave that blank, because one, you can't, but two, don't put just your normal website. If your normal website does not have a privacy policy, that's a great way for you to get shut down. So just make sure that you have that privacy policy. And privacy policy in this day and age is expected, is super expected, so you might as well do it. All right, and then the conversions campaign. A conversions campaign is taking what is already working and then amplifying it. And it gives you metrics, it gives you numbers on, hey, how many conversions am I actually generating from these campaigns? So it goes out there and finds people that are, it goes out there and sees the people that are converting, and it goes into Facebook, tries to find you more. So as an example, if it notices that a bunch of millennials are buying your product or using your service, every time that they serve that ad to those particular millennials, it converts. So what Facebook is going to do is, I'm going to go and find more millennials, and I'm not going to, I'm not going to show it to older folks. I'm just going to send it to millennials, because those are the people that are converting. So it's a way to amplify what you're already doing. So I know I went super quick, just wanted to give you an overview of the types of campaigns. The rest of these, I don't really use that much. You can if you want, of course. If you have an app, of course, run an app installs. If you're doing e-commerce, you can do catalog sales. If you're doing, if you have a brick and mortar store, traffic is pretty good. It's got some good calls to action there, which helps you with your business. So let's take one quick summary. We have our personal page, which was at the very beginning. We have our business page now, which was the second item that you need to have in order to launch ads. You needed to create your business manager account, and then you needed to connect your you needed to connect your business page and create an ad account in order to start running ads. And then you got to this stage. So one final thing here, on the top left hand side, you kind of see some remnants of an ad account. Just make sure that whenever you're launching accounts or launching ads, that you are selecting the correct ad account, because it's going to default to your personal account. So you may have gone through the entire trouble, and then you come in here and you create the account, and then months later it gets shut down for whatever reason on your personal account, only to realize that, dang, I was actually running all of my ads through my personal account, and you're still in the same boat. You went through all this trouble, but you never ran your ads through the actual account that you created. So make sure that whatever you create in your business manager account over here, make sure that you highlight it at the top left hand side, because at that point you're going to have two. You're going to have your personal, and you're going to have the ad account that you created through your business manager. Make sure that you select the ad account that you created through your business manager, because you went through all that trouble, and that's the correct way of running ads. Folks, this has been the complete tutorial on how to launch Facebook ads. Now, whichever campaign objective you choose, I have a video in this channel that goes through every single one of these. So if you're trying to run a traffic campaign, a lead generation campaign, messages campaign, conversions campaign, reach campaign, what have you, I have those in here. I'm not going to go through every single one of those today. Just want to give you an understanding of which ones we're talking about. So back to your question, is which objective campaign is best to get sales? They all work. It just depends on what you're trying to do. Yeah. What I would do if I was launching a campaign right now for a product, as an example, I'd run a reach campaign just to start warming up the audience, see who's interested. And then I would hit the conversions campaign once I start converting. But the conversions campaign is a conversation in and of itself. It's the most complex campaign to launch. So make sure that you watch my tutorial on that, because it's about an hour in and of itself. All right, folks. Well, I hope you are having a fantastic day. I hope you continue having a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.